Hello, welcome to Advocating World Government. My previous videos have been for my TikTok channel, and I'm also going to do videos for YouTube. This video is going to go over what Advocating World Government is trying to do by first defining what world government is, explaining Advocating World Government's concepts of world government, and how life in this society will be. Most of the society is based on future technological advancements, but will also include how it might look in today's society. Our view of world government is that a world government is one government instead of having multiple governments and nation-states. A world government would mean no more nation-states and countries, but one whole united Earth. Another view is a federation of current states but governed by a higher unifying power, like in Star Trek Enterprise before the Federation was formed. There are many different systems of government, but in this world government, I think augmented democracy would work best. Augmented democracy is a form of direct democracy by using a digital avatar to vote. This virtual avatar would be using artificial intelligence through personal questions and situations and ideas to determine how that person would vote. It would automatically vote unless you turn it off for a specific vote that you want to vote on. And if you look at votes and are not seeing how you would actually vote, you can do some more quizzes, and even though you can't change your vote, you can say that's not how you would have voted so the AI can learn. Each person has one vote, and everything would result in a majority. Since the whole population of the world would be voting, I would not think there would be a tie, but if there was, the bill, or whatever is being voted on, will become invalidated and would have to be reprocessed if someone wants that bill or something else to pass. Since not everyone will have sufficient knowledge on all topics, there will be a board of specialists voted in each section by their like-minded peers. So any agricultural person, as for example, will be qualified and will all vote for the one person they want to represent them. They will have 5 vetoes, and even though anyone can propose a bill or resolution or something along that line, the committee of specialists will be mostly trying to repurpose to propose bills and rallying for them and also lobbying for them. This may be seen as technocratic, but people who are the best in the field should have a bigger say since they probably know what's best. More will be discussed later on bursting and education, but there will be an overseer to make sure everyone is doing their jobs and the system is working properly and no corruption is taking place. There will be a lottery at birth for babies with certain qualities found out through genetic testing to be great leaders, and one will be chosen which they will be taught since birth how to do this job. The first one will be probably voted in, and once they reach 50, a new candidate will be chosen and will replace them after they die or if they are deemed unfit to lead. They will have an accompanying team that apply and are chosen based on their qualifications to help guide them and to help keep an eye on things and report to the overseer. One thing many people do not know is that United States founders put safeguards against too much democracy as they saw it as bad, and I think this is quite similar since sometimes the people do not know what is best. And I have always loved modern monarchies, and I think a person who is not truly involved but advising and overseeing is important to a healthy society. The system of government will be fair where everyone will get a vote, except those in the above-mentioned leadership positions, so it is fair, but we need specialists and a leader to make sure everything is going well, and to make sure we are doing the right and best thing. There will be no provinces, states, or even cities. Every law and decision is applied the same throughout the world, so everyone around the world participates and is treated the same. There will be no bylaws, for example, and no worrying about different laws in different areas if you intend to travel. In this world, rearing and education would be a lot different. For the greater good, I am hoping technology will start to develop enough to have artificial wombs so we don't need to worry about procreation anymore. The children will be genetically altered to be the best of themselves, and when they are born, they will be raised to and what they need individually and will be raised in groups by humans with the help of AI and robots. Social interaction and bonding will be important, but they will be raised to love and believe in collectivity and the greater good. They will be raised compassionately and very freely to express themselves how they want, in line of reason and safety. Children will be medically dealt with well and supervised constantly to make sure they are okay. They will be tested constantly to understand what they need best. Their education will be very individualized, with exploring a wide breadth of subjects, but also focusing on the fundamentals. This will be the way the world is, and once they choose what they want to do, their training will be focused on just that till they are ready to enter the workforce. There will be no money, but there will be a social credit system. They will be able to get everything they need as long as they are a good person and citizen to that world. There will always be lifelong learning, and if they want a new career, they can transfer to what they want to do after the proper training. This will be a world of limitless opportunity, and there will be a great support system, and everyone will be the best they can be. There will be no currency as we know it today. There will be no money, but there will be a social credit system. I am basing this off of what China has. Everyone in the world will have basic needs for survival. The social credit system is for wants. This will encourage people to be good citizens by monitoring what they do and how they interact with people to determine their score, and based on their score, they can have extra privileges. This system is to keep everyone in check and to make sure society and everyone functions the best they can do to have a good and healthy society. In this world, every city would essentially be a smart city. This would mean high security, everything videotaped and monitored by a high-tech AI with facial recognition and the best tech has to offer. This will work hand in hand with the social credit system. This will all be connected to a system run by AI and people to make sure the world is amazing and everyone is safe. The system will try to predict people based on all the information it collects, which will be everything. This will be used for each person will have access to themselves to see what it thinks and hopefully help them make good decisions. This will also be used in the world government to make sure the world is safe and to identify threats at the present and in the future. This will be a world where everyone is educated on this, and people will be educated to know this is what's best for them in this collectivistic and utilitarian society. This will hopefully allow people to feel safe and secure, knowing they and others are being watched. If you don't know, utilitarianism is a theory based on doing what is good for the collective. For example, sacrifice to one to save the money. This will be one of the core philosophies of this society, which is putting the greater good above anyone else, and I hope that anyone in this society would risk their lives for this ideal. This world will have a smart circle everywhere. This will be like the line proposed in Saudi Arabia. These smart circles will be specialized, as for example, agriculturists will all live together which will help with elected leaders and to make more productive work, with everyone working together. And children will even have their own smart circle until they are old enough to choose their path and go to a smart circle for where they want to work. These circles will hopefully be everywhere and will provide everything the people need. The only reason to travel is in case you want to visit historical artifacts or meet other people. To travel, it will be by AI-powered planes or helicopters, with of course humans at the helm, just in case something goes wrong. There will be certain areas left alone and blocked through an electrical gate with defensive technology. This is for animals as well as humans who decide to leave society who will never be allowed back in. Any person who wants to be back in will never be allowed, as they would contaminate the society, but everyone has free wishes. Children who are born outside but want to come in will not be allowed, and even parents who want to bring their baby in, as they are not the same as people born and raised to that society due to artificial rooms, genetic education, and their education/rearing. With genetic editing, society should be as healthy as they can be. Each person will be given the nutrition they need. One day, with more technology, we shall be able to create a pill or something to provide all the necessary nutrients to people. Until then, all food the people eat will be healthy and only related to healthy living. This is to make sure everybody is contributing to society the best they can. If people can be rehabilitated to contribute better to society, they will. If they cannot, they have a choice to leave or be humanely disposed of in their sleep by poisonous gas. Everyone will contribute to all they can, and I predict life-lengthening techniques will advance. So all the years someone contributes will be the time they have to rest, as a gift for all they have contributed. After that, they can leave or again be humanely disposed of. All bodies will be used to better contribute to society. Dead bodies will be used as fertilizer or anything that can better the society. Physical exercise will be mandatory and will be done by everyone during certain times in the day. This will be done starting as children, so this is natural to them and they will all be healthy. This society will have a mix of collectivism, utilitarianism, communism, and Hobbesianism. This society will have no money and everyone will have their basic needs met, which is where the altered communism comes in. This altered utilitarianism is the needs of the many outweighing the needs of the few. This will also be specialized by every person is not the same, but has different values. For example, a researcher who is close to curing cancer, who could save millions, is worth more than hundreds of thousands of ordinary workers. Hobbesianism is for the security and belief that people at its core are not to be trusted, and that we need to work above our primal instincts to be selfish, and instead to be selfless. This society will be a security state by the idea that we trust everyone by trusting no one. Everyone will be surveilled at all times for the safety of the world and to make a most peaceful society with AI and facial recognition used. All of these may not seem to be connected, but they are, since they value keeping the world the best it can be. We need to be more than we are and work for the betterment of humankind. With advancements in robots and AI, mundane jobs will be done by them, like construction robots. Jobs that are more analytical and are better to be done by humans will be done by humans. I have talked about the circle where we will live. There will be certain places for children and certain places for specific types of jobs so everyone can work together to better society and humankind. What a problem in our society now is that people who would be better working together and that would probably make more strides in the field are separated by nations and greed. There will be no need to worry about cost and economic benefit, so people can do their best and hopefully find something useful together to help society. These circle cities will also elect a leader to represent their specializations, as I have said before, to represent their interests. They'll have all the resources they need and will have an assistant AI, which will be better by having only one AI instead of having many different AIs run by corporations. As we are hopefully going to have artificial rooms and with genetic editing, hopefully we will be able to get rid of sexual impulses, so everyone will work hard on their work and won't be distracted by primal instincts. If we are all working together, I predict that this will greatly impact space travel, where we will soon have colonies on different planets. These colonies will function the same on Earth, as they will have certain cities that result in certain specializations such as minerals on Mars, or mining resources such as water, or certain resources found only in space. Soon we will be able to mine asteroids to get more resources, which will be used to better society and technology. We will be able to use more efficient energy sources that will hopefully allow us to travel outside our solar system, which will mean humankind will not die when the sun goes supernova and that we will hopefully last forever. We may even be able to advance enough to create a Dyson sphere. A new language will be created that will reflect this new society's values and the way their life will be. Hopefully with genetic editing and neural interfaces, it will make it easier to communicate and learn information while also having everything at our fingertips so we don't have to remember everything. The languages today are based on our past culture and are not helpful to today with being more collectivistic and open-minded. We will have new buildings as a circle which will have everything a person will need and will be specialized to what it will be used for children or for mineral scientists, for example. The circle will be like the lines from Saudi Arabia. There will be no more roads and we will only travel by planes. This will be powered by AI and will be more like private planes, as people will generally not have to travel anymore. With advancements in virtual and augmented reality, people will not have to leave to explore, but it is their right that they can. Of course, each area will have security perimeters run by army robots and AI. Certain historical places will also be guarded for us to visit, but everything else will be the people who don't want to live in our society. They will be closely monitored to make sure their technology doesn't come close to us and to make sure they will not destroy our society. In space architecture, we will try to make sure they are similar to here on Earth, but of course with different environments they will have to be altered. Humans may not look like what we are today, and may look different depending on where they live, especially if they are born or live on another planet. Humans will be genetically altered and implanted with technologies such as neural interfaces to different body parts to make them more advanced and useful. These might change depending on where they decide to work. Humans will be altered to the best of their ability and not as weak as we humans are today. We will try to make androgynous people who are asexual and aromantic who are only focused on bettering society and themselves in the process. They might look different by being a different color, body shape, or maybe even have different organs. I am hoping one day we'll be able to make a hive mind for maximum efficiency where the majority will decide what to do and everyone can work in harmony and do their part. This could also make us able to have pods for babies to be connected um, or to give them generation chambers to advance their aging to then become productive members of the society. If you are wondering, yes, this is based on Star Trek's Borgs, but no one is forced, and everyone is happy to be in the collective for the betterment of society. This will remove the need for everything mentioned before, as everybody will be connected and this will lead to a safe and prosperous society. Indigenous rights would be respected in the society, where after we take photos and use other equipment to remember and have a simulation about the former world, it will also be cleared out except for historical sites, so that Indigenous people can go back to the way of life of hunting and gathering. Anyone who leaves the society will lose all access to technology, and technology will not be allowed outside the circles. They would have to follow the Indigenous people's rules. Only anthropologists from both sides of those wanting to study or know other cultures can visit each side in restricted settings so as not to contaminate either side, but getting to know and memorialize others. Thank you for watching and hope this makes you think.